guys, this is Arlene and I'm coming to you today with a video on how to make some denim earrings. I took these earrings right here and I wrapped strips of denim around it with hot glue, and I use a hot glue gun for that. And I have some little pearls here and some flat back gems. These are purple. And I wanted to decorate them with these little gems, just like I did with this one. Now I started doing another one, wrapping them around like this on a plastic ring, which you can find in my shop. And I came up with another idea of crocheting the denim around the ring with a slip stitch and a chain one. So what I did was I took two little skinny strips of denim, and I took a little drop of glue and I dropped it right there, and then I took the other strip of denim and I glued it on together so that I can have a strip long enough to go all the way around the ring. And this is where I've gone so far. I'm finishing up with the last, with two strips. This one took two strips. And I cut the leg of the denim pants the long way, and that's how I cut the strips the long way. So they came out pretty long. So what I need to do now, I just finished a slip stitch or a chain one. Let me see if I can slip stitch again. This might not be long enough. Okay, so yeah, it's doable. So I gotta get this piece over my hook like this, and the reason why it's a little tough right now is because it's short. Okay, so here it is, and probably should end that. So I'm just gonna pull this on like this, and we're gonna somehow get this together, probably glue it right there or use it for a loop. So what we can do is we can tie this down and make glue it down with our hot glue gun. I'm getting inventive on camera with you. Oh, my glue dried up. Okay, so while my glue gun is getting hot, I'm going to show you what I did with my strips. So these strips right here, I'm going to get my tape measure and measure them so I can give you an idea how long it is, since my camera is too up close and I can't actually show you. So I would say you need maybe, this one is 20.5 inches. So 19 to 20 inch strips should do it. And I cut a few of them. I have here like multiple strips. So if you take two of these strips and you glue them together like this, you put a drop of glue on there, and you take the other piece and make sure that the same color is on the same side, and you just put it together like that. It'll stay on there till you get the crocheting around the ring. So you want to maybe just tug on your denim a little bit, but not too much. It depends on how thin you cut it, because the thinner you cut it, the weaker it gets. So you don't want to pull it too much, but you want to pull it a little so you can get these little frayed edges. So I'm going to take my loop now so I can put my hook around it, put it around my hook rather, and get my ring. Okay, so we have our ring, and we're going to slip stitch You might have to fight a little bit with it. And by the way, this is an end hook. It's one of the bigger hooks, plastic hook. Susan Bates size N 10mm hook. And then I'm going to chain 1. And then I'm going to slip stitch. And chain 1. And I'm getting it around there. It's the quickest earring you could ever make. Chain 1. And my pieces came apart. I guess my glue wasn't hot enough. So I'm just going to take a drop and just put it on there. And always have some water to extinguish a burn if this glue should ever touch you. So you get burned, you just dip your finger in the water and cool it off. Okay, so that's a slip stitch, and then we're going to chain 1. Slip stitch and chain 1. So if you have 20-inch strips, a couple of them, that should do the trick. Okay, so this is all I have left now, and I'm going to try to get it around there one more time on my slip stitch. Okay, so we're just going to tie these two pieces together, and we're going to figure out how to get our hook on there, our jump ring rather. So we're going to twist this around and we're going to make a little loop. Our jump ring is going to hang right there, and we're going to flatten this down like this, and we're going to put a drop of glue and glue that down like that. I'm getting creative on camera with you. I haven't worked on this yet except for those other ones that I wrapped around the ring. And when this glue gets on the fabric, it's very hard for it to just come apart. It's not going to come off that easily. So it's on there pretty tight. Okay, so we're going to hang our jump ring on here, but let's get this little piece down first, figure out what we're going to do with him. And I guess we could put this little, put a drop down there like that. And then we'll take our scissor and we'll just cut this excess piece off. And you could trim your little frayed strings. You don't need so many of these. Isn't that neat? Okay, so now we could decorate these with these little gemstones if we want to. You want them facing down, so when you pick them up with the glue, they'll get on there quite easily. I'm going to show you how to do that in a second. Okay, so I got my loop on here and I got one gemstone on. What I did was I went and got myself a toothpick, and it was easier for me to pick up the putting glue on the stick and picking up the gemstone like this, and I didn't have to burn my finger with the glue. So I'm looking at this and I see that this loop might be just a little bit too big. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut it right here, and I'm gonna lay it flat so that it'll shorten a little bit, sort of like that. I don't want it so high up. So I'm going to remove my jump ring and hook, and I'm going to twist it up like that again, and I'm going to glue it down right here. That way my loop is not so big. That's enough to get the jump ring in there. And so these jump rings that I'm using, they're a little soft, so I don't really need my pliers to pry them open. So I'm able to use my fingers with it. And I'm going to slip it through my loop and close it up again. And there I have it. Now that looks a little better. So yeah, glue. And now I'm going to take my toothpick and I'm going to go around the earring and decorate it with the stones. So I'm going to put a drop of glue onto the toothpick, like so. And I'm going to pick up a pearl now, because I want to do a pearl, a gem, like this, and put it on there. Okay, so I'm almost finishing up my earring here. I put the stones all the way around. Here's the hook, so I have just a couple more right here, and I'm going to put some glue on my toothpick. And of course it's easier when your gems are facing downward, so you can just stick to the back of it like this and pick it up, and then just place it where you want it and hold it down, and just do that again. Pick up your next one. And remember to always have some cool water nearby. Put some ice cubes in it in case you burn your finger. It's very important. I don't want you to get burned. So of course you can put more of these around there, as many as you want. And that's basically all there is to it. And what's great about it is that you can do this with t-shirt strips. You can strip old t-shirts and put it onto the ring and make yourself some earrings to match anything you like. So I hope you enjoyed this project. Thank you for watching.